What's going on, good people? Rich here, back at it again with another episode of Best Episode Ever. We're continuing this journey. We appreciate all of y'all for tuning in every single week. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the content. I know we've been having a good time bringing it to you. Speaking of we, as you know, I'm not by myself. I'm joined by the good brothers Chaz and Spike Lou. My brothers, what is going on?
What's good?
Shit, feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
Hey man, we here. We here. This is it's a weird feeling because it doesn't feel like we just started it, but it also doesn't feel like we should be at season 7 already.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those weird feelings where like we're right where we're supposed to be, but we're rounding out this best episode ever. For those of you who are new, obviously the premise of this is to figure out what the best episode of a show is. Obviously, we're discussing Entourage. We've already got some choices from the previous 6 seasons. And then when we get to the finale, we will take those winners and we will have a discussion about what the best episode of Entourage is. It's going to be purely based off of our arguments and what we think made the biggest impact. Maybe we'll start, as we discuss making this a permanent thing, who knows? Maybe have some criteria that might be able to help us out. I don't know. We won't get too far ahead, but either way, excited to go ahead and get this episode going. Don't forget to check out the episode description. If you are listening on podcast form, you can check our link tree in the episode description and find out all the other things that we're a part of. If you're on YouTube, I do put our Instagram page up. So you can go to our Instagram page and then click in the bio and see our link tree as well. They won't allow me to add that link on YouTube, but we got more stuff than just best episode ever, more stuff than just Culture Garden, a ton of things going on. So please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. There will be spoilers and explicit content if you have not seen Entourage. And just want to give some props to the people that made the show. It was created by Doug Ellen, wrote a lot of the episodes as well. Mark Wahlberg is an executive producer. Stars Adrian Grenade as Vince, Kevin Connolly as E, Kevin Dillon as Johnny Drama, and Jerry Ferrara as Turtle, as well as Jeremy Piven as Super Agent Ari Gold. Before we get started with season 7, and I get your thoughts, I want to talk about a recap of the picks that we have so far. So going to the finale for Chaz, and I'm just listing these by season. And just for reference, season 3 had 2 parts, so we did take 2 episodes from season 3, one from each part. So Chaz, moving to the finale, has Busey and the Beach, Exodus, Sorry Ari, The Princess Bride, Gary's Desk, Return to Queens Boulevard, and the Sorkin Notes. Spike Lou has The Scene, Exodus, What About Bob, Return of the King, The Cons Kids, Return to Queens Boulevard, and Murphy's Lie. I personally have The Scene, An Offer Refused, Vegas Baby Vegas, The Resurrection, The Cons Kids, Return to Queens Boulevard, and Give a Little Bit. So far, we've only gone trips once, and that was in season 5. All right, so we're continuing this. Season 7 made its debut June 27th of 2010. That seems insane to think that this season came out 14 years ago. Obviously, we're celebrating the 20th anniversary, which is why we're even doing this. But yeah, season 7 made its debut June 27, 2010. Spike Lou, I'm going to start with you. What was your overall thoughts on this season?
Man, you know what? For this season, I didn't even really think about this until I watched it through this time around. And since we've been doing this podcast and we've talked about how much that we enjoy being in this world, being with these characters, I didn't like this season 7 just did a completely different. It took us out of the joy of this show. Like everybody was going through it. You know what I'm saying? Vince was crashing out. Drama didn't have a job. Ari was going through it with his wife. Like I never really noticed how negative this season was until watching it through this time. And I was like, damn, even with E, he was just kind of boring at the crib. Like this season, I ain't really getting into 8 yet, so we don't want to spoil it. But this season, it took me out of the world that I was not beginning to, but that I love so much for the first 6 seasons. Like I think they went too dark this season. I didn't need the Vince crash out. I could have kept seeing them partying, having fun, call it popcorn or whatever you want, but I didn't need this. Still enjoyable because we enjoy being in the world and the characters, but I really did not like the turn they took.
I got you on that, man. Chaz, what about you? What's your thoughts on season 7?
I kind of feel you on that. Even though I enjoyed the season, and I enjoyed the show. It's something about seeing everybody crashing out. That's just it's really not for me all like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. It's weird because you invest your time in these characters, so you actually almost feel like you know them. So you want to see the best things happen to them and for them. And so when you see everybody going through it, like damn, is everybody in this bitch depressed? You know what I'm saying? Everybody is going through this shit, you know. And then you got the you got the weirdo shit with Vince, and I mean we'll get into that later, but yeah, man, this shit was just it's weird because it was enjoyable, but at the same time, I kind of feel you, man. It's very negative and very downer type shit.
All right, so here's the thing. When you watch it more than once, and I mean back to back, like usually for me, if I'm watching Entourage, either I'm picking some of my favorite episodes just to randomly watch because this is a great show for some standalone episodes. But if I'm watching the series as a whole, I never really go back and watch a season 2 times in a row. Since we're doing this, I usually watch the season, take notes on what I think could be my top 5 honorable mentions, kind of put them in their own bucket. Then I watch those episodes again and kind of, separate them, right? Yeah. That's how I ended up doing mine. And I realized this time, like, oh, this shit wasn't meant to be watched back to back like this. Like, this is completely different from everything else. And even doing this rewatch, I never had an issue with the other seasons. And I was sitting down and I was thinking about something, fellas. I've said this on record numerous times between Culture Garden, We Got Y'all, Good Earners. Great shows. Not good shows, not really good shows. Great shows, the elite. The one thing most of them have in common is they know when to end.
Right.
Which is an issue. So here's the thing, and I think I alluded to this a little bit last week. Entourage should have ended at season 6.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They told their story. Now, there's a difference between telling your story and extending your story, right? The story was told. It was done. Like, you could have literally ended on the finale of season 6. Ian Sloan got engaged. Vince on top of the world. Everybody doing good.
And just shot the movie.
And just shot the movie and called it
right there.
That's a fact. That's a good point.
Now I get it. And one of the complaints in real time by the time it got to season 6 was that it felt, a lot of people were saying it felt like rinse and repeat, right? Like how many women is Vince gonna fuck? Like how many back and forth shit is he gonna go with Sloan or all these other women? It's like there was a lot of that whole, all right, I feel like we're seeing the same thing over. So I think part of what their game plan was, okay, we know Hollywood has some of our stars have their substance problems and abuse problems. And I think they wanted to explore that with Vince. My issue personally was we had Vince down bad in season 5. I know it was different, but down bad is down bad. I don't need Vince to be down bad because his career sucks, then back up and then down bad again, because realistically, it doesn't feel true to who Vince is and who we've met these past 6 seasons.
Vince wouldn't do any of this shit.
He wouldn't do none of this shit. And even if all right, I can see the adrenaline junkie flying out of planes and stuff like that, but just to completely crash out after you lost everything and knowing how, like, you look at season 6, Vince, and look at season 7, it's like, how did you even get here, bro?
Facts.
All because you did your own stunt.
I said that the exact same thing when I watched it. When I watched it twice, I was like, I'm still confused on why the writers decided to go down this path. It doesn't make sense.
At the end of the day, it felt forced. It just felt like a forced storyline. Yeah. And here's the bigger issue. Since you did this, now you have to redeem them again. So now we got to get 8. You got to get 8. You got to get these 8 episodes. It just felt like, man, I wish y'all were able to tie up everything you needed to in the 6. Maybe do it like you did season 3. Do it part A and part B. And you can completely avoid the Vince on drugs thing. But you can, there's some good storylines, like as far as total storyline wrapping up. Johnny Bananas, and we get Andrew Dice Clay in season 8. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with more Scott Lavin. Because they did, when you start seeing shows put side characters or new characters into main storylines like Scott Lavin, as much as I enjoy him, it felt like a little bit like jumping the shark.
I
Like
fuck with Scott.
I fuck with Scott.
I
I fuck with
yeah,
Scott.
I ain't gonna lie. He one of my favorite characters for real.
Yeah,
I'm just a big fan of him in general, though.
Yeah, Scott Conn is just one of my.
Yeah.
He one of them guys, man. The Ocean's movies, all types of stuff, man. He got my type of personality. Not my personality, but he's right up my brand, a sense of humor. Obviously, R.I.P. to his pops. His pops a legend. Sonny Corleone.
Absolutely.
All of that stuff. So I don't know, y'all. It's
oh damn, I didn't know that was his dad.
Yeah, that's his pops.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. It's a part of the Entourage legacy. I'm not going to complain about watching it, but it's 7 and 8 are nothing like the first 6 seasons. You know, and I think that in the grand scheme of things, does it matter? Does it tarnish his legacy? I don't know. Whatever. That conversation could be had, but it's just not the same quality as what we got, and it felt a little bit forced. There's not even as many quotes. Like when I look at my quotes and stuff, it's just not as. It felt like they had been burnt out as far as the writing room and everything. So
yeah,
we'll go ahead and get into. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: had it ended at season 6, where would you put this in the pantheon of TV shows?
It moves up for sure.
Doesn't it though? Doesn't it though?
Yeah, it moves up. I don't know if
does it make your top 10? Does it make your top 10?
It probably is. It's probably not 8 through 10, somewhere between 8 through 10. Yeah,
I think so.
To your point, that's a really good question, Chad. Because to your point, as I'm rewatching the first 6, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, why ain't this higher on my TV shows list? But then I finished this season. I was like, oh, okay, here's why. This is the season. This is the freshest thing on my memory. This the movie in season 8, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they kind of like went too far with it. If they had just did that walk off on season 6, that would have been a perfect fucking story. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Because here's why, and we'll talk about some other things that happened this season. But the reason why is because they're movie stars. We don't necessarily need an ending for Vince. Like I don't need to wrap up his story. I know that he's a movie star and Vince is out here fucking bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? E got married to the love of his life. Johnny Drama gonna be drama. Turtle still hustling. Like the crew is the crew. They're just more evolved versions of themselves. And I think when you open up season 6 and you have them all, you know, that first episode, remember, we know them as living together. E gets his own spot. Turtle's at Jamie's. Drama got his own spot. You got that scene of Vince by himself in this big ass house. That was the beginning of it. That's your writing. All right, then these fellas are going on their own paths. It would have been perfect. But
perfect.
I'm sure HBO or somebody wanted to step in and.
Speaking of forced,
I thought you was going to say. I thought Chad was going to say something. Go ahead, Spike.
I was just going to say, speaking of forced, I forgot what I was going to say. Now I was going to say what's something on us did. Oh, with Turtle and the whole situation with my man with the tequila, like there was really no reason for him to even be. Well, we'll get into it, I guess, but that felt so forced. Like that, they didn't even have a real beef. Like a nigga tell you Mark Cuban want to buy your company and you're mad. Like nigga, run that bread. What we talking about? Like what did you think was gonna happen when Vince became the face of this shit, nigga? Like what? It was that felt so like all of that shit was cringe.
Hey, let me ask you a question,
bro. Man,
I just thought about Carlo was listen. Anyway, we will talk about Carlo. I just thought of something. Just now when you were talking, Spike, because you talk about things being forced. And I wonder if Jerry Ferrara or some of the writers were trying to be petty. Because we all know Jerry Ferrara and Jamie Lynn Sigler dated in real life. Right? They were dating in real life when they shot season 5 and season 6. They ended up breaking up. I'm not sure of the timeline. I do know, I think one of the next people that she dated was Mark Sanchez, which is funny in itself. But if you're a Sopranos fan, then you know he went from Jamie Lynn Sigler to AJ's girlfriend in The Sopranos. And I wonder if somebody was trying to be funny in the writing room, say, you know what? I got something for you, Jamie. Let me bring in.
Did this. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
He's fine too, boy. Jesus.
Boy, man, there was that scene. She had that blue tank top off and the headlights was on.
Listen to me, man. That's one of the most unbelievable thing about The Sopranos. Love the show. Y'all check out Good Earners. One of the most unbelievable thing about The Sopranos is AJ bagging her.
Yeah, and one of the most
unfucking believable.
The reason I even brought her up is because I hate, like, how do we go from Turtle pulling Jamie Lynn Siegler to this nigga's
struggling with Alex?
He was almost on his knees, pleading and begging. Like, if that was my man's, I'd be like, "Yo, come on, man, buck up,
you wilding right
nigga,
now, bro.
Stick your chest out, my nigga. Put your shoulders.
Like what a chick at the university. Like where them hoes at,
bruh,
man?
like, come on,
bro. You got
man.
motion
like,
out here.
You got
this
some motion,
pushing
bro.
You trying to force a kiss with this fucking Uber driver, nigga? Get this bitch out.
Hey.
Get this bitch out of here, bro.
The Uber driver is crazy.
Oh man,
shit. It was wild, man. It was wild. Let's talk about, before we get into some more topics, I got a couple questions for y'all from this season just to get y'all thoughts. I want to get into the celebrity appearances as we've been tracking. Probably no greater guest appearance list as far as a series goes than Entourage. And at this point, we're just ramping it up. Season 7, episode 1, we have Nick Cassavetes, who a lot of people might be thinking, who's Nick Cassavetes, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure everybody's seen Life. I know that's Sergeant Dillard. When I think back and look at it, it's hard to tell. Look, I see Spike doing the
director.
face.
Yeah, the director.
Yeah, the director.
Okay.
That's the sergeant.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
Yep. That's him.
Okay,
and obviously he was in John Q. His family's been in movies for a long time. Episode 2, you have Nick Cassavetes again, as well as Maria Menounos, who was the interviewer. You have Bob Saget, and you have Mr. Spike Lee's illustrious governor / owner of America's team. I say this sarcastically. Shout out to my brother Donovan. The Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones was in there. Episode 3, you got Randall Wallace and Adrian Peterson. Episode 4, you have Tom Sizemore and John Hurd. They were in the addiction or the rehab facility with Andrew Klein. You also have Sean Merriman. Talk about just a burnout. John Stamos and Sue Leon Lee. So Sue Lee she's really like a celebrity Korean table tennis player. Episode 5, you have Randall Wallace again. Aaron Sorkin makes a return. Bob Saget, Stan Lee, Jessica Simpson, Mike Tyson, and then the introduction of Sasha Grey. Episode 6 through the rest of this season, you have Sasha Grey in there. So I just want to get that out the way. Episode 7, you have Randall Wallace, Lenny Kravitz. I'm going to say Voldemort because I don't know if we can say his name right now. One of the brothers that was playing golf. I don't know if we allowed to say his name. I guess we dogged Ashley last week, so if we're gonna get canceled, we're gonna get canceled together. Puff was in this season. Jerry Jones again. Yeah, you see, I'm calling him Voldemort, man. We ain't even going there.
Voldemort's crazy.
Jerry Jones, Mark Wahlberg, and Chris Bosh. And this is when you just start getting random ass appearances. Why is Chris Bosh at Vince's random ass house party with his girl and titties is out all the place?
Yeah, like what are we doing? I'm not going.
Episode 8, we have Mark Cuban, Jeffrey Tambor, Kevin Love. Episode 9, we have Dana Owens, better known as Queen Latifah, Mark Cuban, Peter Berg, Sir Richard Branson, and Brian Urlacher. And then episode 10, we have Kevin Love, random ass Jordan Farmar. We got John Cleese, Mark Cuban, Ryan Howard, Drew Brees, Minka Kelly. Shout out to Friday Night Lights. You know what I'm saying?
Not girl. Man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lila Garrity. Shout out to Lila Garrity. Christina Aguilera. And then Spike Lee's third favorite rapper after Saigon and Bow Wow, we have Eminem makes an appearance in this episode. So that is your celebrity list. As far as the films.
Real quick. I didn't bother to look it up, and I'm thinking one of you two may know, but both times I looked at it, I was like, man, I can't put his face, but I know him. The lawyer that was talking to Ari. What else did he play in? The lawyer that was talking to Ari when he was talking about the case.
Oh, bruh.
I ain't look it up or anything, but I was like, man, what he playing? Because he played a lawyer in something else, I believe.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Better Call Saul was the one dude was what's his name?
Better Call Saul. Bob. Ken Austin is the lawyer, but Bob, whatever his name is, as far as Mark Cuban, your boy.
He was in Billions.
Who
Oh, he
Billions?
was in Billions.
The lawyer, the dude you talking about, the lawyer, he was in
Yeah.
Billions.
The judge. He the judge from
Yep.
Billions.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You're right. That was
Yep.
Chuck
He was
Boy.
in Billions. That's probably what you know him from.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else he might have been in. Because I said the same thing when I was looking. I ain't look him up, but I'm like, damn, I know dude.
I know him from somewhere. And that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Because I said, no, it was a law show. I just couldn't picture what it, but yeah, that's it. The judge and Billions.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. So yeah, as far as the films that they discussed this year for Entourage, obviously Vince was starring in Ferrari. That was wrapped up. The Nick Cassavetes film that kicked everything off. Not sure what the title was, but we know Vince is starring in that. And then Airwalker. The Airwalker film, which is the biggest offer that Vince ever received in his career. He got back-end money. Once again, ain't no way Vince tricking this off after what he went through after Medellin, bro. He gonna be the most stand-up citizen, all that. So it is what it is. Got some questions for y'all and a couple observations.
Okay.
First observation, we don't really need to discuss it. I don't think there's anything more on brand than for a drama to argue over a $47 restaurant bill between three people. Like, only Johnny Drama will make a big deal about how are we splitting this bill up. It's $47.
And you ordered the fries. It ain't even like
fries,
you ordered them and trying to get me to pay for them. Nigga said, well, you ate them.
I thought, speaking of being
because
on
you
brand,
didn't want them, and then the nigga said, "Oh, I would have sent them back." That's crazy. I ain't never sent food back.
Listen. If a nigga ordered food, didn't want it, and I ate it like because I don't want to see food go to waste, and then you tell me, "Hey, you got to pay for those." What are you talking about? Like, matter of fact, I'm not paying anything now. You pay the whole tab. Only because none of us are struggling. Yeah, it's $47, bro.
$47, bro.
Like, come on, man. Nigga said 20 a piece. Like, hell nah, I ain't splitting this with you.
Oh, shit.
Like, the fact that he made a point about it is that's what makes Johnny Drama.
That's what wasn't like he great.
Yeah, man. Speaking of being on brand, this nigga E, and some of the most wildest shit ever, Googled the steps to anal, which is just on brand for something that he would do. Like,
you can't even be mad at it because, like you said, that's E. Like, when that comes out, it would be so lame in any other storyline, anything else, but DUC, like, man, it makes sense. It lines up.
You know something? God. You know what I noticed when I've noticed it for a while, but for some reason, I noticed this is something that I've never heard anybody talk about. Never heard anybody talk about what I'm about to bring up. Why do we give the set a pass for having a fake ass background for Ari's office? Like, it's very clear that is not a real city behind him in his office. Like, I was looking at it and like, yo, nobody's ever brought this up in Entourage. There's no way this is shot on location. That background looks.
I don't think I've ever noticed.
Pay attention to season 8.
I
think you just put me up on game. I think you just put me up on game. I didn't notice. I thought it was just a fly.
I haven't confirmed it. But if you look at that background, there's no way that's real. Especially when you look at season when he was in the Valley and he had that office in the Valley, and that was a real background.
Damn, that's
like, they really shot that on location. I might be tripping, so I would love for y'all to see it. Tell me if I'm tripping. Like, nah, bro, I think that's really some ocean and build. That looks fake. Not one wave moves on that ocean.
Going back to E really quick.
Yeah.
Not only did you Google that, you didn't do your due diligence to get it off your fucking computer so your fiance wouldn't find it. That's the even crazier part to me. Well, my girl got to call me in the middle of the day and be like, nigga, why are you looking up how to have anal sex? What are we talking about?
I would be more ashamed if like you said, I would be more ashamed if my girl found it. I look like a goofy.
Man, that's
that shit wild. Now, I do want to ask y'all more of a lighthearted question, and I'm very curious about your answers. Chaz, Spike, y'all are managers at Murray's office. You know what I mean? Y'all managers, y'all got y'all shit going. I'm your mans. Fam. Like my dog, not just some random. I'm your mans. Are you keeping your assistant away from me?
No,
like he is doing with his voice?
Bro. Knock her down.
Tripping for thinking E
talking about. He went straight like picket fence, suburbs, 9 to 5. Like, man, what are we talking about? Knock her down.
Stay away from my assistant.
Word for you, bro. Like, what are we talking
Yeah.
about?
I know you don't even have to ask me that question. You don't
You know
even
what
have to ask me that question.
I already know your answer. Like, hell yeah. You know what I thought about? I thought about that scene in Goodfellas when he
I'm
tried
trying
to
to
with
fucking
Joe
fuck
Pesci
this
character.
broad.
I'm trying to fucking fuck this bride. You want to help me out?
You gonna help me out?
Like, damn. Like, if you watch that scene, he really can't believe that my man is not about to help me fuck this chick. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm confused right now. Like, damn,
That's
I'm just asking you to
funny,
show up so I can get these buns. Like, what's going on?
Like my nigga.
I thought I was bugging. I thought I
Help
was bugging because I'm like,
me.
Like, come
I
on,
thought
what
I
we
was
doing?
bugging for real because I was really looking and I'm thinking like maybe I'm missing some kind of like business or integrity angle because I'm frankly confused as to why E is so adamant that nobody messes with his assistants.
Bro, I'm throwing a Gary Payton oop. Like, you come Sean
Bruh.
Kemp that motherfucker. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell her
I'm
work
not
late.
throwing no oop.
I'm
I'm
leaving. You
turning my motherfucking head. Like, nigga, go ahead. Hey, I'm that way, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, man. I ain't got shit
Yo.
to do with me. That's between
Right.
y'all. Yeah,
Boy,
but
yeah.
there's something about a nigga telling you can't talk to someone that make me want to talk to them even more. Like now I'm about to fuck her in your office on some Bob Saget shit. Like fuck out of here,
Hey,
man. Stop talking to me.
Hey, you know, that brings something up to mind about your ass.
What I do?
Well, I was like, hey, yeah, man, you know, that's my homeboy sister. He's super protective. He's like, oh yeah, he is. Oh, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. You talk about hold on. I don't even want to say no names, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, you came and hit me with that, and I was like, oh, word, okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind next time.
Yeah, man. Fuck what you talking about. The duties are the damage is already done, my nigga. I don't even know what we talking about. Hey, man. This nigga Chaz really tried to give me the hey, man. I just want to let you know. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Noted. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, buddy.
Hey, listen, that's all I can do. All I can do is get the heads up. Whether you actually gave a fuck or not, it didn't really matter to me. As long as I let you know. Like,
hey, this nigga Chaz hit me up the next day, like, yeah, you where'd you sleep last night? I said, I'm still in the city. That's all I said. That's how I responded to him. I'm still in the city.
I'm around.
I love the what's understood ain't gotta be said. That nigga said, yeah. We talked about some other shit. This nigga randomly, yeah. So yeah, where you sleep? Because I was out of town. And I was at Chaz's, and this nigga knew I wasn't there when he woke up. So where were you? I'm still here, bro.
I was around.
Yeah, I was around. All right, bet. Hey man, you a silly nigga, man. I got one last question before we start talking about quotes and getting into these episodes, honorable mentions. Was Alex cold enough for y'all to go to Mexico without knowing what you were going for? Like, is she that cold to where you would have got on that flight with no questions?
If I'm Turtle, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would too.
Because I can. It ain't like I got to go to work or nothing the next day. Like, I can just dip out with her.
That's exactly why.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to fuck her too. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's exactly why. Because I don't have anything to be here for. And if the chick I've been trying to run down tells me I want you to come to Mexico with me, I gotta wait for her to make some bread, and it's not drug related. What we doing? What's up?
You pull my leg. Damn. Okay. I guess I'll go.
I know, right? I know. So yeah, it was interesting season, man. Interesting season. We'll obviously talk a little bit about more once we get into these episodes. I do want to talk about best quotes. I think we are on Spike Lee. If I'm not mistaken. We are on you. So yeah, we start with you. We start with you this week.
Not too many this week, like you said, Rich. It wasn't that much of a quotable season because of how dark they had it, but started off his drama saying, I did the fall down the steps of my so-called life. It was very liberating. Turtle, your brain hasn't worked right since. Ari, how can anyone hate you? Shauna, look, I screwed her ex. Okay. Ari, you have 3 kids from 3 different men. You screwed everyone's ex. Eric, you want to help read a script for Johnny Chase? Scotty, I'd rather have my asshole waxed. Turtle, my business is growing. Marvin, you lost $2,000 last month. Turtle, yeah, but I lost $3,000 the month before. Marvin, that's because you stopped eating lunch. Turtle, this is the number one quote for me. Turtle, I've never done it in the ass. Scotty, really? Oh, you should. Turtle, why is it that great drama? Are you kidding? Vagina's my third favorite hole, bro. That was a wild thing to say.
Hey, the delivery of it.
The delivery
there was
Johnny Drama should have won an award for this fucking role, bro. Like I'm standing
there, man. He really,
hey, God damn,
he didn't
bro.
win any. He never won an Emmy.
I seen him playing in something coming up. He didn't, but he should have,
man.
Bro. God, all right. Look, couple more. Bob Saget, I called you 4 times this morning and you ignored me. Eric, I just walked in the door, Bob. You're gonna be my first call. Bob, you think if I call you 4 times, it could be something important? I don't call anybody 4 times unless I'm trying to fuck them. Turtle, you're not even listening to me. Eric, I heard every word you said. Turtle, not one of which I like. Turtle, well, why not? Eric, because Vince isn't being the face of some tequila company. He's not Ain't Your Mama. Last one, Lloyd, I always imagine a double team would be more fun than that. Johnny, ew, Lloyd gross. And then the last one, Scotty, what does E say? I don't think Eric Murphy's rules of dating apply to dating a porn star.
Facts.
So those were great. My favorite out of that list was the vagina's my third favorite hole, because what a wild thing to say. And if you look at your man's when he says it and that nigga's dead ass serious, you're like, yo, man, what type of shit you on, bro? Come on, man. I just looked it up too. So Kevin Dillon, who plays Johnny Drama, him and Jeremy Piven were the only actors from the show to ever get nominated for Best Supporting.
They should have.
And Jeremy Piven's the only one who won. So Drama was nominated 3 different seasons for Best Supporting.
Emmy?
He was nominated, for an Emmy. 07, 07, 08, and 09. Okay. So it sounds like that is seasons 4, 5, and 6. Seasons 4, 5, and 6, he was nominated, which makes sense. But I'm glad at least he was nominated, because he definitely deserved that. Chaz, what you got for your quotes, man?
Started off, man. Drama. It's gonna be a long day for Uncle Jesse.
That was good.
Yeah,
he took his shirt off when he was saying it.
He took that shit off. He even said that he really got in his ass on that shit. Shit. Scotty, I'll get blow for you one time. All right. And then we got Turtle. We made out all night. Scotty, where? At the freshman dance?
Hey, they really had Turtle begging for kisses, man. Get the fuck out of here,
this
bro.
Shit crazy as fuck. Like he was just fucking a celebrity.
And I'm 30 years old.
And had him freaked out about a bit, like her having hair. Like what kind of insane?
Yeah.
Like,
bro, wait a minute, how did you make
you
it
a grown ass man, right, nigga? What are we talking about?
Like, how did you make it to 30 and not see one? Like, I was in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck? I was in high school the
Turtle
first time
older than us, nigga.
Right, nigga. How the fuck did you make it to 30? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
0 cents.
Oh,
0 cents.
She had hair down there. What?
Like,
and was really bugging out about it. Was really like freaked out. Like, bro, come on, bro, grow up.
Shit, man.
Grow up, man.
Lloyd,
what else you got, Chaz?
Lloyd, he's holding the dog. Isn't he delicious? Ari, he find something else to cook for dinner. Jessica's taking him.
That was a good one.
Hey, that shit wild.
Yeah. Ari, no, Andrew's not coming back. He's a coke fiend, sex addict who wrote checks out of this company's account to buy hookers. No, he will never work here again. I didn't know it got that bad, bro. Like,
man, they ain't tell us that.
Yeah, like we missed a whole few 5-10 steps. Like, where the fuck did it go wrong like that?
Man,
Billy, you seem angry. I've always been angry, Billy. Not only now I'm drunk too. I'm sorry. Only now I'm drunk too. That's drama. Um, uh, Ari. I don't care if Justin Bieber calls and wants me to negotiate the right to his virginity. I don't want to talk to him. That was Ari spazzing the fuck out over the tapes. Vince, you're surprised that I don't want you to fuck another dude on camera? Are you gonna fuck me on camera, Vince? Don't worry about it. It's a 5-guy game bang, so nobody gets any one-on-one time with me. Nigga, what?
See, that was the most wild shit.
That was the most wild shit.
That's the definition. That's the definition of, oh, you want to be funny? I can be hilarious.
I'm gonna be hilarious.
Don't worry about it. It's a 5-man game.
I know that
so
man.
Nobody.
Hey, I know his stomach dropped to the bottom of his motherfucking body, nigga. That shit.
Come on, man. Come on. We'll talk about Sasha. We're gonna talk about Sasha.
It's a 5-man game.
Telling your man, your boyfriend, yeah, I got an offer. I got a job offer for a 5-man gang bang. It's insane.
And
oh my god!
What make it even crazier is he got it though. I can give you what you gonna make from this shoe, like, and you still want to do the 5-man gang bang.
And then wait a minute, and then try to tell me I'm tripping.
Hey man, gaslighting at its finest.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, Vince out here telling that woman he love her.
What? Damn, man. I had to look up Sasha Grey after that. I wasn't familiar with her game. I had to look her up. I was like, wait a minute, man. Oh, shit.
Hey, I got weak with Peter. When Peter Berg was like, I've seen her work. She's got talent. She got and, and then corrected himself. Like, I mean, I've seen her Soderbergh thing, and she wasn't bad at that. Like,
hey, you see the smile that he went on his face when he said that shit.
But that's how it is, though. That's why I love it, because that's how it be, man. If you with a porn star, that's what it gonna be. Oh yeah,
man, bro. I seen you. You look familiar.
Hey, like Johnny Drama said, I think I know that broad. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh,
Chad,
man.
you got anything else for quotes?
Oh no, that's it, man. I'm done, man.
All right, man. Y'all said a few of them. I'm gonna say what we haven't said. E and Scott go to Ari's office. E, this is Scott Lavin. Ari, so then there's some more words saying. Scott says something, and Ari says, "Who the fuck are you, and why am I wasting my time listening to you?" Because Ari was in straight up asshole mode that whole scene, but I feel him. E to drama. E says, "You just got to let it go. I mean, you were too good looking for that part anyway." And Phil, you go as assistant. What part was that? Shauna and E were on the phone talking about the something going on with Vince. When Shauna was trying to get that interview done, and E was like, "Damn, Shauna, you fucked her ex. Like, when did we become friends, E? Just go ahead and take care of this." E says, "Thank you." And Shauna says, "You're welcome, rude little Irish prick. E's nasty bitch." The fact that they was hung up and just talked to each other, nasty bitch. Because we all been on the phone with somebody, and like, I saw you hung up, like, motherfucker, like,
bitch, you hit it with the bust down, nasty bitch,
nasty bitch. Barbara Miller, Ari, I want to talk about Lizzie. Ari, oh Jesus, she went running to her grandmother. When the episode where they was playing table tennis and John Stamos was going off about the table and cum stain, the random trainer said, "You have cum stains on your table? That's gross." That's just a random throwaway line that I thought was funny.
Oh man.
And then lastly, which is really fucked. This one's really fucked up because the woman who said it is of like Asian descent. And she said Plato's backhand is very weak, but it was kind of hard to understand. That nigga Scott Lavin looked at he said, "What the fuck did she just say?" He was genuinely confused about it. If you watch the scene and look at the confusion on his face, Like on some like, what the fuck you just say? That shit was hilarious. But yeah,
Hey,
other than
Scott,
that,
my nigga, man. I fuck with Scott.
Scott, yes, Scott, my nigga, man. Oh, I think I had one more. Uh, maybe I didn't. It was something about Scott when he told E, here you want to bounce him on his knee and shit. Uh,
When he was mad at it.
yeah, he was mad as fuck. All right,
He said, "Oh, you
let's
so
go
cute. I
ahead.
want to bounce on my knee."
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into honorable mentions. Spike Lee, we're gonna start to you. We'll go to me, and then Chaz, you're gonna round it out this week. So, Spike Lee, what do you have for honorable mentions, and what is your number 5 episode?
Okay. For honorable mention, I have, give me 1 second here. Dramedy.
Okay.
Drama laughing off the idea of him doing the sitcom, gets the script from Eric. You know, they try to change his mind. They begging Barbara, asking Ari to promote Lizzie before she left. Turtle just all his people quitting on him. I just feel like it was a really good beginning / mid-season episode, but not good enough to make my list.
Understood.
Also, Lose Yourself. Honorable mention for me. Way to end the season on a cliffhanger, but I didn't necessarily like the cliffhanger enough because we talked about how out of world that it felt to rank this in my top 5. So Lose Yourself for me is another honorable mention. My number 5, episode 1 of season 7 is Stunted. If they had kept it here at the vent spiraling out and him just doing the stunt and feeling some type of way about it, and then we got back to the normal entourage, this season would have been a lot better. But this was the only episode I feel like that gave me the feel of the previous 6 seasons.
Yeah,
So
I agree with
yeah,
that.
Stunted 5 for me.
I agree with that. All right, for me, when it comes to honorable mentions, I have Buzzed. That's the episode where Vince is coming off that stunt, makes that rash decision to buzz his head, cut his hair. So we get the new look Vince. He's volunteering E to read scripts for drama. E in no way, shape, or form was really trying to manage drama, but that's kind of how it ended up being. Ari's called with Jerry Jones about bringing the NFL team, wanted to like sell the rights. I don't know, for some reason. And once again, shout out to Donovan. He always gets weak when Jerry Jones keeps calling him Ari. Ari Gold. So let me ask y'all this. I got to ask y'all. I know it's honorable mention, but I still got to ask about something that happened in this episode. How are you playing it off? If you twirling around Lizzie Grant, the woman that was having an affair, and your wife pulls up, like, what are you even doing? Like, how do you even get out of it? If anything, do you just take that on the chin? Like, damn, I know I'm fucked.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing you can say.
Yeah, no, it's
you just got to take
that.
You just got
the more you try to explain that, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this,
ones you just gotta let her know it was a misunderstanding.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead, Chess.
Would you have promoted her?
Here's the thing. They don't give us enough. All right, so we know Lizzie's talented. I don't know enough as a viewer if she's talented enough to run the television department. That's a big dog job. At the biggest agency in the world, and this girl's what, 24? We in LA, we in Hollywood. There's got to be some qualified candidates. Is she now? Would I consider it? Absolutely. I don't know what the pool looks like, but it's not unrealistic that she got passed over for that job. And she did have the she did have an uphill battle with the fact that my best friend, he's in rehab because of you.
Right.
And that's just what it is. I don't know if I'd have given it to her though.
Yeah, I think I would have addressed it a little differently. I'm with Rich. I wouldn't have gave her the job, but I wouldn't have been so cold towards her either because I could see she got talent. And I know I don't think he knew she was going to do what she was about to do, but just because I see she got talent and got people in the door, I would have entertained it a little bit and let her know she had some more work to do. But no, I wouldn't have gave her the job though.
You do the mentor thing, man. You kind of have her in a program like, all right, man, like we're going to fast track, accelerated program. Let's see what you can really do. Let's groom you for some kind of role. Because when you at that level, when you at a job like that, an agency, you can create a position for somebody who's cold.
Facts.
Pick your title. Like you can do that.
Yep.
Like I want to let you know you're somebody, but you ain't there yet. Like get some more. Like get your rep up too, man. Like I don't want you to remember. David Schwimmer came through this meeting. He wasn't trying. He was just trying to fuck. Andrew's trying to fuck. Like most of your clients is just look at you as a young girl. Like you got to show that you actually serious about this shit, and you're not just signing people. As Ari once said, did you sign him with a pen or his cock?
Facts. So let me ask you this: do you think she was more talented than Lloyd?
No.
I don't think.
Well, actually, that's a good question though, because she was as she was reeling off the people that she was bringing in, like that was some cool work for TV.
Yeah,
I don't know that Lloyd got any other, like other than drama. I don't know that Lloyd got any other clients.
Well, Lloyd ends up getting the job, so that's why I'm asking.
The TV directing job.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not till next season though.
But yeah, it's not.
That's relationships too, though. I would have given it to if me and Lloyd had that relationship. Yeah, I would have gave him that job. I mean, that's what I'm sure we all been in corporate America. Like you get a relationship like that. That's the reason Lloyd sit on Ari's desk for that long, and that's she didn't have that relationship in her back pocket. She actually was burning bridges. So that would play into it too. Yeah, I would give it to Lloyd, but for her, just because of the relationship that Lloyd had built, and I seen his work ethic day to day.
Now I will say this about Lizzie. Just real quick, I'll say this about Lizzie. Lizzie definitely was on top of shit. Like she was like when it was game time, it was game time. Like she knew her shit. She was ready to show up and all of that. It was just too many extracurriculars. And when I think John Ellis mentioned something like this in the previous season. Like he pays people to make his life easier. Like Lizzie, you bringing more stress because you still want to live this life. Like you got to be in the industry a little bit to realize, all right, man, like I'm a washed professional at this point. I ain't just some young woman out here running the town. So I think she's very talented. She's good. I don't think she was ready. Word to Ari. And I just think he went about it wrong too.
Okay, so I agree with you. I agree with you both on that. I wouldn't have promoted her, but I would have put her in a position where we could see exactly what she really has to offer, and not just from a sexual standpoint. I mean, like what you really have to offer. Like I liked how she was in that meeting with the NFL, but I would have needed to see more, and I would have told her, this isn't this. I'm not going to give you a fast no, but I'm not going to give you a slow yes either. So you do gotta to prove your mettle just a little more. And if you can, then I'll be open to discussing it with you. That's what I would have told her. I do feel like he handled it completely wrong.
To build off what you just said, Chaz, here's what you do. You hit her with the same shit you hit Lloyd with. You don't necessarily, I don't want you at my crib at 10 p.m., but you put something like 100 days, however many days, I'm about to put you through some shit. Yeah. And if you really about this, if you survive this, then bet we can talk. And because here's the thing, if you hit Lizzie with that, she gonna say fuck you and do what she did. I don't think she had the. I think she felt like she earned something that she didn't necessarily earn. Yeah, and that's why they talk about people being in the mailroom for 2 years. Like you 24, that means you barely 26. You barely out of the thing. Like what are we doing?
I don't know if she would have, because for the simple fact that she was already an agent. She was already signing people. She was already going above and beyond for her clients as it is. So I think that she might have actually been open to the idea of the grooming. I don't think he would have been able to do it to the level that he was doing, that he did Lloyd.
Nah, no way. He knew Lloyd was going for that. You know what people gonna go for. Like you know what you can get off. Like once, for example, Nick Cassavetes told Ari to suck his dick. Like he knew he can get that off on Ari. Like you're not getting that off on me, bro. Like I don't care who you are.
Not at all.
Like you hit me with the SMD and hang up on me. Nah, bro. I'm pulling. Like I gotta come see you.
Right.
You might get shot. You might get shot.
Drop the location. Drop the location, fam.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, just let me know where you at, bro.
The angry suck my dick in the hang up. Come on, nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm pulling
Clear
up.
my schedule. Clear my schedule.
Right.
I'm on my way to see you. Don't even worry about it, big dog.
Don't even
worry about it. Don't even worry about it, bro.
Yeah, man. Like we talked about last week about No Country for Old Men. Remember when Sugar called him? Like he was in the hospital.
I'm gonna make you a special project.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a little special project. Man, you ain't gotta worry about coming to find me. Nigga, you just became a special project. That's exactly what I told Nick. Nigga, you just became a very special project of mine, bro. Watch who you talking to. All right. Anyway, I'm still on honorable mention. My bad. So we got Buzz. Yeah. I want to say one more thing. Here's one thing that bothered me, right? About Lizzie. Not the character. It was just a writing error, in my opinion. Or maybe they were trying to allude that she went to college in Chicago. Because remember the David Schwimmer episode? She talking about, oh, Lizzie here's from Chicago. Yeah, I actually went to Northwestern. You spoke on my commencement. And then this season, I'm just a Bengals girl from Cincinnati. Shout out to the home team. So I'm like, damn, is that a writing error where they like, you already said she's from Chicago?
Is she just being a snake? Is she just being a snake?
Or she could just be doing that, playing the room.
Like, I'm just playing the room.
I can see that. I can see that. My other honorable mention was dramedy. Vince buying a motorcycle. He told Ida hop on. He said, I'm not wrapping my arms around you and sitting on that little seat. Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta be fucked up, bro. That look on, that.
Hey, I was talking to a nigga. This random. My barber. I asked him this. That nigga said we went to this spot. We went to this spot and it started raining. And I was finna leave. I think you know the story. The reason I was about to leave, but the majority of the niggas there was on bikes. And like my barber, he lived like 2-3 miles away. It wasn't a long walk, but it was a long walk. I was like, bro, if I had left, would you have hopped on one of them niggas' bikes and let them take you home? That nigga said, I'll walk, bro. He said, I'd never hop on the back of another nigga motorcycle.
Hey, think about this. You know how many random people's social media you be on? Like everybody on the road if I seen that shit, I pull it out my phone. I know good and fucking well this nigga ain't hugged up on the mark. Come on, man. That's some true friendship shit right there.
I'm calling Uber. I'm doing anything. There's no scenario where I'm hopping on the back of a nigga motorcycle. So not one scenario in the world.
I will say that
like Mike Singletary said, can't do it, won't do it,
won't do it. Can't win with him.
I will say this: in traveling as much as I have, if you ever go to the Dominican,
they do it. You're right.
You see it all the time.
You do.
Like
you do.
It's still bad.
I seen it in Belize a lot. I seen it in Belize a lot. I was like, these niggas is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild to me. but it's normal. It's part of their culture. What can I say?
Thanks.
That nigga E said, I'm not sitting on that little seat wrapping my arms around you, Vince. Like straight up, bro. And like, E small too. That's just gonna look crazy, man. That's not even a question. Thanks. I also like the scene where when they had the Emmy writer come in, to write that story or write the script for drama and said it was for him. There was a moment and it was a reaction shot where drama was like, I thought we'd get somebody like Dick Wolf, and then nigga E like looked up and like, I know this nigga ain't fucking serious. Like I know this nigga didn't just mention Dick Wolf, like the king of television, was gonna produce a show for him
to write something specifically for drama.
And that nigga said he personally told me I was great when I played that streaker on
SVU in the episode. That's my man too. He from Curb Your Enthusiasm, the dude who played the writer.
Yep, that's my man. He been in a lot of stuff, man. I think he's good. But as far as my top 5, number 5 for me is gonna be Hair. Hair is number 5. Okay. Me and Sasha are doing promo for Avion. Turtles recording them, going on the Twitter. Vince obviously is building up to his wilding out, talking about some you guys can fuck like me and girls can fuck like a porn star. Like just hey man, you gotta really be feeling yourself if you say, hey, yeah, you can fuck like me. Like what? And you ain't even like what kind of I ain't never woke up saying I want to fuck like Vincent Chase. Like, oh shit. Ari's preparing for that potential litigation because of the Lizzie shit. Obviously, he's trying to keep his NFL dreams alive. Vince gets that huge offer for Airwalker. He got the $12 million up front. He got back in. Could be $100 million over 3 movies. Big dog offer.
Big dog.
The return of Billy Walsh. First time we've seen Billy Walsh since season 4. So we have them, the new improved Billy Walsh. Turtle messing up his chance with Alex because he's scared of a little baldness. Let's see. We talked about Ari meeting with Ian Scott. Ari's just a straight up asshole. Amanda telling Ari that she had the tape. Ari offers Lizzie $1 million not to sue. I hope I ain't never in no position to where I'm backed in the corner where I gotta offer, like, release the tapes. Release the tapes, man. Fuck it. At this point, I ain't offering you. I ain't paying you no million. I'm sorry.
I can't do that.
Hey, you already know how I feel about that shit.
Hey, we talked about it last week.
Right.
We talked about it last week. And then Ari freaking out because the studio wants to sit down with Vince to make sure he's good. And at the end of the episode, Vince is fucked up at the pool, half drunk. We get speaking of shave, we get the full bush from Sasha Grey. She's trying to wake Vince up and all that shit. So we see, it's my number 5 because we know Vince has got some stuff going on. We know he's drinking a little bit more and doing some other things, acting unusual. But now we know, all right, man, Vince is really out here wilding. And it also went to show how busy Eric and Ari were that they ain't even noticed it. Remember, it ain't just like Eric always reminded us, he's not just my client, he's my best friend since I was 5 years old. Like, you ain't even checked into your man to see. Like, if one of my close people's going through something, I'm gonna see, like, yo, you good? You all right? Like, you bugging out a little bit. So that's my number 5. Chaz, what's your honorable mention? What's your number 5?
Honestly, I think we kind of on the trips on the honorable mentions. I got Dramedy, I got Buzzed, for both of the same reasons that both of you guys had mentioned earlier. And then, much like yourself, Rich, I got Hair for my number 5. I was happy to see Billy Walsh again. I've always been a fan of his. So, but the clean and sober Billy Walsh it's a different spin on the character, and I think if nothing else about this season, he is the only actual positive in this season. Like where everybody else is crashing all around him. You got him, and you got him and Turtle is like the only positives in this season. So, I was glad to see him coming back. For everything that you already just said, the one thing I do want to say is, y'all, I'm going to say first and foremost, Vince has a very weird kind of like relationship with his people. Because listen, if I'm wilding, if I'm, drunk off my ass multiple days, I'm passed out by the pool, and you looking around and this bitch is the one thing that's, that wasn't there before. I got my people around me. Rich gonna be like, hey man, hey, listen, I ain't in your shit, my nigga, but your slip is showing, my G. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna say something to me like of that, like, yo, hey, man, listen, bro, get rid of this bitch. I've been knowing you, yo. She got you on some other shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I've been knowing you my whole life, nigga. I ain't never seen you do coke.
Right.
Like, you wilding right now. Like, it needs to be like that. That's failure of friendship right there. Like, these niggas been knowing. Like, you can't be scared to say shit to me if I'm wilding out, nigga. Like, that's what you hear. That's your job, nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I just thought of? You know what would have been better? You know what I would have appreciated more in this season? Would have been more realistic. So usually when we mention somebody like Vince, who's had the same people around him his entire life, when he starts acting like that, it would have been more realistic, and I would have appreciated it more as a viewer if Vince got rid of E, Turtle, and Johnny and brought in like some Scotty and some other people to be around him all the time. And I guess in a sense he was hanging out more with Scotty, but Drama and Turtle was still around. Like you said, Chaz, that's not supposed to happen with your niggas around. We talk about, you hear stories about Kanye, and they talking about, oh, Kanye this way because he ain't got no real niggas around him no more. Like he got his real niggas gone. The people that was gonna check him and tell him, yo, you bugging. He got some yes men around him. If Vince had a team of yes men hanging out with him, and the whole premise was, all right, as Turtle, Drama, and E, we got to figure out a way to get back in and make sure we like infiltrate all this bullshit. That would have been a little bit more realistic because ain't no way my man's is around me. If I'm crashing out, somebody's gonna be like, yo, Rich.
Yeah.
The fuck is going
Absolutely.
on? Absolutely. Like, I got too many people that care about me, that know me, that would just say, like, yo, you bugging.
You wild.
And the fact that nobody, I mean, you don't say it until, you know what I'm saying, intervention almost. Like, no, it wouldn't even have got to that. Like, y'all talking amongst yourselves, not necessarily in this episode, but you talking amongst yourselves and you talking about, like, oh, well, hey, are they getting serious? What the fuck do you mean, are they getting serious? Hey, my nigga, why is she around? Like, nigga, why is she around, bro? Like, yeah, I can understand you fucking her a couple days out of shit, nigga. She a porn star, nigga. Do you know that she sucks other niggas' dicks for living? Like, nigga, on camera, you know this, nigga, and you still kissing this bitch? Like, what is going on, my nigga? Like, what is going on? Like, stop, nigga, stop. That's the conversation we're having. Like, you gotta stop this shit. Like, I'm telling you right now, stop this shit, nigga. I don't care if we got to come to blows over the shit, my nigga. No, nigga. Hey,
I'm going to disrespect you as a friend. Yes, as a friend, I'm going to disrespect you. Absolutely. Because like a nigga shouldn't be coming to me asking, "Is my homeboy getting cool?" Like, they serious? No,
right,
nigga, they not serious. Nigga, I'm gonna fire off on you for asking me that, and I'm gonna go check him. What are we talking about?
That ain't this episode, but I'm weak. I just thought about E. That nigga had that face like, is she not a porn star? Does she not have sex with guys for money on camera? On camera for money? Like there's something about when somebody, you know, somebody being a dickhead, but they also telling the truth.
Right.
And that makes you even more mad. That nigga was confused. Like, is she not a porn star? Like, am I lying? Like Corey Holcomb always say, I ain't lying on him. I ain't lying on him. Like,
I'm wrong.
Like, I'm telling the truth. Like, what you mad at me for? How you mad at me and you ain't mad at her?
Man, you know what I'm saying? So shit just that's one of the shits that was really like, and that's one of the things that baffled me the most is as far as this whole season goes. When it comes down to it, like I to the life of me, I could never figure out, like, nigga, y'all niggas around, y'all see this nigga every day. Like, Turtle is literally watching this nigga like partying and shit. Like, he call you like, yo, you making sure Vince is wrestling? Oh yeah, he's wrestling, and you watching this nigga motherfucking feel on titties and talking shit to. No, hey nigga, hey, you got $100 million that you about to jeopardize. Hey nigga, go to fuck to bed. like nigga, I'm shutting all this shit down. Like, everybody get the fuck out.
You know what Vince needed? He should have been smart enough to pick up on this. Like, because Vince reached like superstar level A-list. Vince needed a Jeffrey from Bel Air. He needed a Stamper from House of Cards. He needed that low-key, undercover. Yeah. That nigga that wouldn't even say nothing to Vince. He'd have went to Sasha and hit her with the, hey, you ain't never coming around here.
Get out of here. Yeah, you
ain't never gonna, like, I don't care what you gotta tell Vince. Don't answer your calls, like whatever. You getting up out of here. Vince will never see you again. Don't contact him. Here's some bread and do it on the real smooth. Vince just confused and just go about it that way. He needs like that get shit done, Mr. Get Shit Done. Yeah. Like, nigga, you can't see that this is a problem. Right. My whole job is to see when you have problems and to eradicate them.
He needs somebody like that. Varys, Mike from Game of Varys, Mike from Breaking Bad. Yeah, he needed one.
Yeah, he needs he needs somebody like that. And I think everybody, once you reach a certain status, you need that low key. You don't even know he around, but nigga, I'm getting shit done. Like, you ain't never gonna, like, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know this is it. This is done.
That's good.
Like, take this, nigga. You gonna move to Nebraska. You ain't never talking to Vince
again.
We'll
never see you again. Exactly.
Yeah, never see you again.
Even if you ain't moving to Nebraska. Like, you still never talking to Vince.
You moving to Nebraska one way or the other. Yeah, like one way or the other, you moving to Nebraska. If I got to take you or you go by yourself, you moving to Nebraska, nigga.
Yeah, if you move next
door,
you don't
want to see my
Nebraska.
You don't want to see my Nebraska, nigga.
Straight up, man. All right. Chad, Spike Lee, what's your number 4 episode for the season?
Number 4 episode is Tequila Sunrise. In Tequila Sunrise, we have Turtle goes to Mexico with Alex. He didn't really know what's going on. They kind of the Carlos hopping out with the guns and shit, and it was okay. I mean, I get it, but I feel like that was too much. This is
And real
also
quick, Spike, I just want to throw this out there. It definitely was too much because it's illegal to carry a handgun in Mexico. The only people that have guns in Mexico are criminals. So when Alex talking about it's
cartel.
Mexico, everybody got a gun. Actually, no, they don't.
All the
Nigga, that shit's
criminals have
illegal.
guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's my bad, Spike. Keep going.
No worries. This is also the episode John Stamos came to the house. Shout out John Stamos. Hell of an appearance, man.
Yes,
Him
absolutely.
acting like he was mad about the ping pong loss was fire. Ari going over everything with Lizzie. He tries to leave on good terms, but of course that didn't work. And then the NFL also looking more promising to Ari. And then Eric and Scott get into it as well. I know we're not supposed to like Scott, but I really like. I know we've said it as we've been recording this episode, man. He's supposed to be like a villain character, I would feel like in this show, but I fuck with Scott.
Scott is up there with like them Jamie Lannisters. But like,
Facts.
damn, I ain't supposed to like this dude, but I fuck with him.
I fuck with him.
I fuck with him. Like, I recognize he's not a good dude, but I really like him, man. I'm with you on that. I'm the same with you, Spike Lou. My number 4 episode, Tequila Sunrise, everything you just mentioned. The Stamos meetings, just an incredible appearance. Stamos is comedy. Drama even thinking like it's gonna be difficult to find someone to play that's better looking than me. Like really questioning, like ask Sloan if she thinks John Stamos look better than me. Like, yeah, like I can't even that irrational confidence that Drama has is second to none. John Stamos even getting mad. Like when he came to pull up on him at his ping pong club, he stopped playing. Like, you know what, Drama? You a real bitch. You a pussy. Like, damn, bro. Like, what you want? Obviously, we start seeing the tension between E, Vince, because of Scott. Scott gave him the Airwalker script. He introduced him to Randall. E is salty about it. Like, he's upset about it. He's Vince is me. And that's when Scott said, come here, I want to bounce you on my knee. Ari's looking for the NFL funding. That nigga, when E was on the phone with Sloan talking about Scott, and that nigga Scott came out and was just shadow boxing, I'd have hey, Sloan, I'm gonna call you back because this nigga playing in my fucking face. That nigga saw E on the phone and looked at that nigga and started like,
hey, I don't know if it's because I like Scott, but he was being a bitch though, right?
He was,
like, he was being a bitch about all of it. Okay, right.
Sloan even told him.
Being a bitch.
Yeah. Because remember he said like, she said, what did he do? He found E a great script. Oh, what a dickhead. What a like, come on, bro. Your job is to make sure your man's is good, which means that you're good. You're going to get commission off of it. I just thought it was crazy. And obviously the crew going to Vegas. Once again, E being displaced, he's the one getting married. They told John Stamos, and John Stamos was like, poor guy. This nigga Scott said, I'll never say no to a plane or Vegas. And they all start leaving. He looked to E, said, I'm gonna get blue for you one time. We probably won't have any fun. Hey, nigga, we fly private to Vegas and almost hitting you with the we probably won't even have any fun, man. Don't even worry about it.
It's a business trip. We'll be right back,
bro.
It's
a business trip, man. We'll be right back in the morning. He feeling like the odd man out, man. Tequila Sunrise, my number 4 episode. Chaz, what you got for number 4?
Mine is actually Tequila and Coke. Scott does some Coke with Vince at a party. Billy Wash is looking at him, observing what's going on. Vince has his meeting with the director and fucks it up. The director thinks he's on Coke because he's on Coke. Ari is freaking out over the potential leak of the audio tapes from Lizzie Grant. He ends up offering her the opportunity to for the exchange, getting her a job, trying to get a job with Dana Gordon. He really be dependent on Dana Gordon for a lot, for real. That's his Ace Moon Coon for real.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to say is about this shit. When that motherfucker E is talking to he's talking to, I believe it's Dana Gordon. And he's telling like, I've known this man since I was da 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 da, and I've never seen him do a coke a day in his life. And then he gets off the what's the name, the phone, and he's like, yeah, man, I got a call, all right. Or he was like, I got to call so and so, and then Billy Washington's like, no, you should call Vince. That right then knew like all right, by him saying that, they should have actually had the actual conversation. Like, yo, did you
Facts.
have you ever did you see this nigga do coke or something like that? Why did you say that? The fact that there was no follow up, that was kind of weird to me. But this, you know what I'm saying, like in general,
His
man,
friends
like
failed. I mean, Vince's friends failed him.
they did because y'all like Turtle, you at this party, you like, how you not see this shit going on? You at the party, you don't see this shit going on. Motherfucking Scott is doing the shit with him. You know what I'm saying? You not saying like shit. Like, I understand you want to party and shit like that, but my guy, we gotta have conversation. Everybody gotta be transparent about a lot of shit, man. Like, you know what your man's is into, so that if shit go left, nigga, we know how to fucking help you out. But the first thing I would have did was the first thing I would have did was, nigga, I'm getting rid of this bitch. You right. He needed that. He needed that. Cause I would have been like, nah.
Why is Billy Walsh telling me this if I'm E? I'm snapping on Drama and Turtle if I'm E.
Right.
Like this ain't even our man's right here. And he telling me this. He seen it. Y'all niggas was there. I know y'all seen it. Yeah, like that's wild.
How this nigga see this shit and y'all don't see this shit? So is y'all all just y'all too fucked up that y'all know what the fuck is going on? Mm-hmm. This motherfucker has literally he has the chance to make a 3-picture deal worth $100 fucking million, and y'all letting this motherfucker do whatever the fuck he want. No, he's not going to meetings late. Like Turtle, what's going on that you not his driver no more? Yeah, I know he got his license, but shit, nigga, what the fuck is you doing that you not taking care of the bag? Everybody's job is to secure the bag. That's like literally y'all jobs. like y'all not working. Y'all make sure y'all number one priority is Vince. It's just that simple. We work as a team. You know what I'm saying? Complete fuck
Absolutely
ups.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Couldn't say it any better myself, man. Spike Lou, what's your number 3 episode?
My number 3 episode is Hair. You guys both have had it already mentioned, so it's not too much that I need to add to it. Just thought this was a great episode in the sense of everything that was going on with Vince, with the online video. Twitter gets a shout out here. Way back in 2010, who knew it would be what it is now. Billy Walsh. I ain't mad at the changed Billy Walsh. I ain't really mad at him being a sober presence in the room. I think that was a good full circle job for a character. And already finding out that his NFL deal was in jeopardy, and everything else you guys already said about Hair. So Hair is number 3 for me.
I got you, man. And they abandoned I'm glad that they did. I mean, they still kept Billy Walsh on the straight and narrow. But in season 8, they at least got my man's back cussing again. You know, that angry Billy Walsh would come out when they was talking about Johnny's Bananas and all that kind of good stuff. Number 3 for me. This is interesting because I accidentally omitted an episode. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
I did too.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it at number 3. I'm gonna put this at number 3. And one of my other ones should have been an audible mention, but it is what it is because we're only worried about the finales anyway. But I'm putting Bottoms Up at number 3. Putting Bottoms Up at number 3. I thought Bottoms Up was mainly because of the Johnny drama storyline. Obviously, this is the episode after the John Stamos, I forget the name of that actual episode. It was Tequila Sunrise. And we find out, Bob Saget obviously comes in the office like, yo, like my manager has a project. John brings it to me and you don't. Like, I've been trying to do something with John since Full House, knowing that's for drama. This is obviously the episode where Vince meets or gets introduced to Sasha Grey. They start becoming a thing. Turtle starts bringing the Avion tequila to her. Turtle brings it to Vince's attention. We got Mike Tyson, Jessica Simpson. The office is scrambling to keep their clients from going with Lizzie. Stan Lee talking about he knows Sasha Grey and he know her work. Where do I know you from? That whole thing. I thought that was just a funny play. Then obviously Bob Saget looking down on Jama like, yo, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I ain't steal nothing from you. The writer, the studio wants to do it with us. Philly Gutter said he wanted to do it with us. I could have done without the E and Sloan ass sex. I did love the line when Bob Saget was like, were you just talking about ass sex or something? But that would be, that's what I'm going to call, I'm going to say that and Lose Yourself are going to be combined for my number 3. I know Lose Yourself that was one of those big cliffhanger moments like Spike said. However, as an episode, all it was for real to me, the entire episode was everybody, we know Vince is fucked up. We on the search for Vince. And now we found him and he crashed out even more, got punched out by Eminem. They found Coke at the end of the episode, obviously. Yeah, that whole thing was wild. And then obviously him meeting Sasha's ex-fiance, whose name is also Vince. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a big fan. I wish I could say the same for you. Oh, I've seen all your work, including Medellin, nigga.
Do y'all? This nigga ordered half a brick of cocaine, bro. This nigga said, I want a pound of each. A key is 2.2 kilograms. A pound of cocaine is half a brick. That shit is insane. You know, like for people listening to this that don't do cocaine or don't have no, like, you don't order half a brick of cocaine to get high with. That's why I was
you get half a brick to move.
Yes.
Nigga, you trying to build an empire.
You Tariq, you Ghost, you trying to do something like that, but you order half a brick to party with. Hey, listen, that's some Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston shit, nigga. God damn, my nigga said, give me a pound of cocaine. That's fucking that shit was insane, wild, bro.
Chaz, what's your number 3? He said I ain't know how to order it. Man.
I just ordered a pound of each. Like what?
That nigga was on his Narcos.
Hey, whoever the middleman was for that night, or whoever the nigga he got it from was so. I know that shit was stepped on. I know that was some filthy cocaine. Like that nigga. That was the night of his life getting that little get over on Vince. I know 100% it was. Like nigga, I done made me some killing tonight, nigga.
And real quick, just to go to your point even further, Spike. As a weed smoker, nigga, I've never been in a situation where I hit a nigga say I need a pound of weed. Like what? Give me a couple ounces or something, nigga. I'm going to pounds.
Give me a QP or something. Yeah, I go to a QP because we having fun. It's gonna be a weekend or something.
It's a party. We having a party.
One night kick it. Yeah. What the fuck you got going on over there? Why the fuck wasn't I invited?
That was easily 20 grand he spent on coke.
Hey man, listen.
That's crazy.
A pound of each, nigga. What?
God, jeez.
Hey, listen. If I was a dude, I'd have hung up. I'm like, this nigga trying to get me set up.
Yeah, he robbed. He trying to rob, or he with the police or something like that. Yeah, like it ain't like you ain't asking a nigga for a pound of cocaine. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
That's like with Jake in Training Day when that nigga Jake pulled up on Snoop and said, I want some crack. I'm like, crack? Nigga, what? Get the fuck out of here, bro. A pound of coke?
You're the police, nigga.
Yeah, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Ah, Jesus.
Oh, shit. Spike Lee, man. What's your number 3 episode? Or, I'm sorry, Chaz. What's your number 3 episode?
Lose Yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, for all the mention, for what you had mentioned, you know, Vince going up on the scene and I mean going up on her set, like that's nasty work in itself. Wow. Nigga, hey, you a wild dude. Cause nigga, no, there's no way I could do that shit. Like I just, there's a lot of shit that in this whole season that I just like it wouldn't happen to me. Yeah, like I used to have that same wouldn't happen to me though.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Couldn't be me though.
Man, just not at all, man. He misses the little league pitch for Ari. That's fucked up. That you gonna fuck, you know what I'm saying? That you gonna fuck over the kids. That's fucked up, man.
What Mike kept saying, so man, fuck the kids.
It's like,
Fuck the kids.
What is it? Ari. They planning an intervention for Vince at the same time that Ari's throwing a surprise birthday party for his wife that she doesn't want to. She doesn't even fucking show. I must have missed something because I know that this nigga fucked up, but damn, was it that bad?
I'm gonna go stay with somebody else. Yeah, you're right, Chaz. Like that the level of it goes with the rest of the stuff with this season when we talk about feeling forced. Like I'm gonna move out and stay with somebody else. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Because what?
Like, because you embarrassed? Like, bitch, if you don't stop.
I agree with you.
And what's crazy is, fuck all that. It gets even worse because next season, nigga, you got Bobby Flay in my crib. Nigga, I'll burn this whole house down.
Man, listen, you already know how I feel about that shit, bro. Hey.
In my crib? Come on, man. Where my kids sleep?
Man, what?
Niggas over here.
Man, listen.
Somebody's cooking this kitchen?
calling you by your first name? Come on, man. Yeah, this kitchen?
Man. Oh.
Nah.
Not at all. Not at all. And then Eric was approached by Terrence to sign that prenup to Sloan.
Yeah.
My worst. I hated this the most out of everything this season.
Why so?
I got money. Like, why am I tripping? Like, I understand where Terrence is coming from, bro. Like, my daughter well off, bro. Like, you some, I won't call him a scrub. You made a way for yourself. You got millions of dollars now. So it shouldn't be an issue if I'm trying to get you to sign a prenup. Like, I don't get why he was so mad. I would be bothered that her dad had to bring it to me and she didn't. Like, that would be the conversation that me and my wife would have. But I don't I'll sign this shit. I don't give a fuck. I get money by myself. I don't need you.
I just didn't understand why you broke up over this shit. It's just like I don't want to say what I want to say, but I kind of feel like what it's another thing that just wouldn't happen to me.
You know what you know what it is?
What?
You know what it is? I don't know who the fuck he think he is.
Man,
but he definitely has an alternative opinion of himself because Terrence is on some, bro. You a rando.
Yeah,
you a rando, bro. Like,
this world.
I'm not even
you lucky to be here.
Exactly. Like, I'm not even trying to break up y'all things. You are lucky to be here for real. So, yes, you're going to sign this prenup. Like, you don't even, yes, you making money, but I got Sloan ain't never got to work again money. Like, she good. Like, and I don't know you like that. You cool in my shit, my nigga, but I didn't work all these years for you to get this bread. And I feel all right. I came from managing Sabaro to now I'm a millionaire, right? Respect to you. But at the same time, keep that shit player, bro. Like, that would motivate me, bro. I'm about to out-earn you. I'm about to make more bread than you have ever seen,
there you
Terrence.
Go.
Like, my hustle gonna go even up. Like, you think I'm some little nigga out here? I bet. Now Sloan gonna be salty shit. Now you gonna be salty that you had me sign this because I'm gonna be worth more than what Sloan could even thought of.
Exactly. That's the thing. Right. I'm a man, bro. You're not gonna treat me like I'm some like leech or something. I'm a man, my nigga. Like, I already showed you that I can get it. So now I ain't even finna be mad at this. I'm gonna sign your little shit and I'm finna go grind.
So
that's crazy.
I'm with y'all on that. I didn't understand. Like, I understood him being upset. I understood that, but I would have still been like, okay, that's not a problem. I don't have a problem signing the prenup. But I'm still like the fact that Murray was in your ear about this shit is trying to motherfucker. Nah, nigga. I'm still trying to push this nigga about this fucking company too.
I think he made that shit up.
My man.
Yeah, I think
Terrence made that shit up. I think Terrence made that shit up. That Murray was worried about you shit. I think he is. I think he was.
I think he was lying, but to your point though, Chaz, I'm with you. This is all I needed to hear. Now I'm gonna take your company from you and show you why I'm gonna earn this much money.
Exactly.
But I do think he was lying though.
And he might have been. and he might have been, but on some real shit, yeah, nah, the motherfucker, I don't think he should have made that big of a thing, especially because, like, in your heart of hearts, you know you can't do better than Sloan. So, nigga, you know this shit.
Hey, if I was Terrence, bro, I don't know if Terrence would have had any way of knowing, but if I was Terrence, I'd really be like, I know you don't want to go back to that Ashley chick. You better sign these motherfucking papers, bro.
Yeah, I'm like if you got your own money and shit like that, bro, it shouldn't have been an issue. I think the fact that he didn't like that was sprung on him, but I didn't like the fact that you go into this motherfucker and the next thing you know, the next season, all of a sudden it's boom, they broke up over this shit. It's like over a prenup. That
Right.
like it just don't make
That's some
sense,
bitch.
bro. Like
If you a dude,
think-
to me, if you a dude, that's some bitch ass shit. Like
it
I would
is.
again, I only would have been bothered with the fact that her dad had to come to me and say it, not her.
Yeah.
Like I would have the whole like tact of you, this nigga inviting me to dinner. I don't even fuck with him. We don't even really talk. And he telling me about the prenup versus you saying, look, this what's going down. I need you to sign a prenup. I just want to protect I'm fine with that, bro. And it still would have put a battery in my back to go get my grind on and make sure that you, like Rich said, you regretted that shit, nigga. I'm gonna be 3 times worth what you are if this ever ends. But like you said, Chaz, to end the relationship by, like, come on, bro. Like, that's way too much pride.
When we get to season 8, I think it was alluded that they broke up, not necessarily because of the prenup, but because they actually kicked Murray out. Like, and that's her godfather. It was one of them things. I think she felt like she was put in the spot. Like, damn, do I go with this nigga I'm about to marry? Or do I go with my family because they kicked my godfather out? Like, which side is foul? Either way, we'll talk about that when we get there next season. Did you have anything else? My bad, Chaz, about lose yourself?
Nah, that was it. That was it. That was my number 3.
Yeah, man. Getting hit with a fucking right by Eminem is crazy.
Hey, he was wilding, bro.
Yeah, man. Vince was out here on one. Vince needed his ass whooped.
I fuck with Drama though. Drama was clearing the shit out. Like, drama was 10 toes down.
It took like 4 of them to hold Drama back.
Hey, listen, remember when they was walking in the intervention and Scott and he was getting into it? He said, nigga, Scott said, I think you tougher than what you are. Drama said, nigga, well, I'm tougher than both of y'all. So both of y'all need to calm down. We about to get in here.
He show it too. Hey, I fuck with Drama, man. Drama about that life.
My dog. Drama about my dog, man. That's my dog. Spike Lou, we in the top 2, man. What's your number 2 episode for season 7?
My number 2 episode for season 7 is going to be Sniff Sniff Gang Bang.
I'll just jump in. My fault, Spike, not to cut you off.
Problem.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. That's my number 2, so we can just go ahead and discuss this together.
Cool.
Mine too.
That works perfect.
All right, let's all just have a group conversation then.
Let's do it. Where y'all want to start with it?
You go, man. It's on you, so we'll let you lead this. Where you want to go, man?
I like the Eric and Scott Lavin thing. I like Eric being insecure here, but again, I fuck with Scott, so I see his point of view. Like, bro, I'm just doing my job, my nigga. Like, you ain't fun no more. You at home with your wife, you chilling. Like, I'm showing Vince what he want to see, my nigga. Like, what's the problem? That was dope. Eric learns Billy wants to use the show idea for drama like holding out. That was really good as far as Drama's character and what we've come. That was one of the few familiar spots in this season for me, like Drama acting like he was acting, even though he had been out of work before. Just the whole Drama act, I feel like that was one of the things that never changed. So I did appreciate that, especially in this episode. Turtle and Alex doing that whole thing, trying to find funding for the tequila. Sasha, of course, with what she had going on, and I like.
Talk about Spike. Hold on, Spike, man. Hold on, real quick. I know we talked about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain way you got to tell me. Don't just hit me randomly while you in the bed smoking a joint. Like, oh, I need to talk to you about something, and you proceed to tell me 5 niggas is about to get busy. Like, come on, man. There's got to be a certain way you set that conversation up, man.
Hey, it's no one-on-one
shit,
time.
man.
Don't worry about it. It's no one-on-one
Yeah.
time.
It's 5
I,
people.
man, you trying to be funny, man? You trying to be? This is a joke? You trying to be funny? You think this shit?
What
Come
would
on,
y'all
stop.
do? What would y'all do in that situation?
I'm
It
not
wouldn't have
dating
got that
porn
far
star.
with me.
All due
It wouldn't have got
respect.
that far with me.
All due respect. We're not here. Trust me, this is just our opinions. We're
No
not here to
shame to
shame
sex
anybody.
workers. No shame to
Yes,
sex
I'm
workers.
not shaming you
Get
at
y'all
all.
back.
Hey, listen, I've supported plenty of sex workers and watched their talent on film. All of that. Like, listen, I salute y'all for what y'all do. However, if I'm especially with here's the key factor. We regular niggas. Let me be Vincent Chase. Like, there's no way. No way. Like, what are we even talking about?
I
What are
could
we
fuck
talking
damn
about?
near any bitch in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm having a conversation
sorry.
with you about getting gang banged by 5 dudes, and I gotta
And
convince
you
you
ain't-
not to do it, and I got the money to pay you what you like. Nah, what we
And
talking
you ain't
about,
even in
bro?
my
Wait a
you ain't
minute.
even
The
you
fact
ain't,
that
you ain't even
the
in my
fact that
top
you
15 of you ain't even in my top 15 of porn star hit list.
Great point. I done fucked way
Top
better bitches
15?
than you, nigga.
top
Yeah, I done fucked
15.
way better bitches than you.
Nigga, what? She ain't in top 50, nigga. What are you saying? She
Nah,
can't
that's
even
real.
be in the top. Like, no, not in the
There's-
top 50.
Shit,
Bruh.
man.
There's 50 more porn stars I hit before you. And I
Right.
covered.
Man, like, what are we
If I was
doing?
gonna cover porn
Right.
star, I'm getting to it.
You should be
Man.
walking on eggshells, not me. Like, you should be
The
telling me,
fact-
nigga. Like, what are
The
we
fact
talking
that-
about?
The fact that
I'm the
told,
catch, bitch.
I'm
I
the prize.
expressed to you.
I'm the
I
prize.
expressed to you that I don't want you to do this. And you literally is sitting in my face telling me, is that a demand or a question?
It's a
Regardless of what it is or what it's not. Bitch, I told you I don't want you to do it. I said that out loud. So if we're saying that I'm telling you, listen,
I said it out
yeah,
loud
I
as a
said this
t-shirt.
out loud. Like you
I
damn
need
right.
that. I said that out loud.
It damn sure should be. So listen, if I'm having this conversation, I tell you I don't want you to do it, and you're on this shit. Well, I'm not asking for permission. No, you're not asking for permission. This is the last time we're gonna speak. like that's it. They're like, oh, that's what's up. You don't need to ask for my permission. You can do whatever fuck you want to do at your house on your time.
I wish you much success. Exactly. I wish you much
Man.
success. I hope
I
you
wish you the
enjoy
best.
it.
My go-to line. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors.
I wish you the best. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got this. You got this. I'm here for you.
Yeah. I'll have a chick here before you even get finished getting dressed. Like, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Nigga, and she'll be cold. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. 5 nigga, nobody gets one-on-one time. Come on, man. Got her out here looking like a rotisserie. All right. Obviously,
I'm
already got the.
I'm laying here kissing her in the mouth. Like, what are we doing,
Man.
bro? Like, what is happening right now?
Man,
and I'm that nigga though. I ain't even no scrub. I'm that nigga though. Like, what are we talking about?
They went to a motherfucking. They went to a club. And motherfucking Ian Sloan are watching, and they're like, "Yeah, now I'm ready to go." And fucking Turtle and Alex is watching, like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go too." Cause these motherfuckers is really tongue kissing and shit, nigga. Instead of you smacking your boy on the leg, like, hey, my nigga, hey, won't go to the bathroom real quick? Yeah, won't go to the bathroom real quick. And tell this nigga, hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, what my nigga saying? Don't be a menace. Hey, you know you just kissed every nigga at the party, right?
Right.
Hey man, he's out here wilding, man. Hey, take what they do out of take what somebody does for a profession out of it, man. Like, we saw E do this making out at your big age in public at the bar is crazy, man. Take her home.
Insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. You sitting on the you ain't even in VIP. Bro. You ain't in the back room. You want a regular ass couch, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? What you on, my man? Like, I'm clowning you. If any of my boys know, man, I'm catching you. I'm clowning, bro. I'm clowning.
I fully expect you to.
You got her kissing this bitch?
Yeah, man. You right? You good? You want a bean? Niggas, you want a bean? Like, are you
nigga,
okay?
You would think that he like, no, he gotta be on the bean. Like, he gotta
be. He tweaking.
Yeah, he tweaking for sure, man.
He tweaking.
Nigga geeked up.
Bro. You geeked up.
Geeked up. What else we do?
Damn,
We
that's
got Johnny
good.
Bananas. Johnny ain't with the Johnny Banana shit. He really wants to like be in front of the camera, and he's not into the animated shit.
Did
Turtle
y'all
was
feel
something
Johnny on that, or was y'all thought he was tripping?
I
I
definitely thought
understood.
he
It
was
made sense.
tripping because it makes sense for drama, but I thought he was tripping because nigga, you know what's going on with your finances. You know what's going on. Like my nigga, you over there pretending like everything all sweet, and then come to find out in a later episode, your shit about to get foreclosed on, and you over here this whole time you over here trying to go another route. No, motherfucker, get the bread and then do something else. Like nigga, you can do this and do other shit. Like nigga, that the concept never even it never even came to him like until the little British chick like brought it to his attention. Like nigga, you working for an hour or two a day, and you know what I'm saying? You make
A
this
week.
bread, and you can go like like a week. I'm sorry, an hour or two a week, and then you can go ahead and do any auditions or whatever you want to fucking do. Like nigga, what the fuck is your issue? Like this whole is drama's nuts. What can I say?
Yeah,
like
it's
Facts.
on brand for
To sum
drama,
it
but yeah,
all up,
that's one.
that's it. It's nuts.
Yeah, drama's nuts. Vince is asking Scott for drugs, and Scott was like, "Hey, man, I ain't trying to be the nigga that's getting you drugs, bruh." We didn't even talk. I know we just talked about the whole shit with Vince and Sasha. The more wild part, even beyond all that, this nigga Vince apologized to her. Apologized and said, "My bad." Like, got her some oysters, all types of shit. Like, yeah, I know you told me you was about to fuck 5 niggas, but I know I kind of overreacted. Come
Hey,
on and back
that,
in. I love you. Telling her, come on, man, stop it. What we talking about?
that
Stop
thing,
it.
that thing was yanking, nigga. Like Vince ain't never experienced that. Boy, that was yanking, boy.
Listen, Vince had way too much sex. Vince had way too
Like
much
that.
sex, man.
Hey, not like that, bro. That's why I said I ain't even gonna lie. I had to look her up. I'm not like I gotta look her up because Vince that nigga like it. And he tripping like this over her. Nah, I gotta see what's up.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's a great point.
Damn,
And then
boy.
obviously the big part of this episode to me, well, there's two things that we haven't talked about yet. This is the episode where he actually finds out that Vince and Scott did coke. You know, because he said,
yeah.
he was on the phone with the studio. Sloan was in the office. Like, yeah, man, they think they've been with Vince to do with drug tests. I think he's on coke. And that nigga Billy said, "Oh, like, oh, like, what the fuck you mean? Oh, like, what you mean? Speak." He's like, "Man, I ain't trying to be no rat, man, but I saw him your doppelganger, your mini me or whatever. So I'm doing a little sniffle at the party. That nigga E, which he should have been on the whole season, immediately left, went down to Scott's office, and you doing coke with Vince, and then Kevin Love like, whoa, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on, but I'm out of
Right.
here."
So was that if you are Billy Walsh, would you say something? Or would you let that ride?
I would
That's a
have
great question.
because he considered him his friend though. So I definitely would have because he
You wouldn't have
considered
said
Vince
that?
a friend. No, I would have
And,
said something if I'm Billy Walsh.
Okay,
I would have.
gotcha.
here's the thing. Billy saw it. He saw it with his own 2 eyes. Didn't say anything. It got brought up when that scene Chaz talked about in a different episode, and he said, "Man, maybe you should talk to Vince first." And for some reason, they just left it at that. But he said that, kind of like pointing the. And at some point, I think he was like, "All right, my nigga, you obviously ain't picking up the hint. So let me
Right.
go ahead and just let you know your man's is out here fucked up. I think it's crazy that I ain't been around in 3 years and I can see that he's fucked up and you can't. And that's your man since he was 5 years old. But yeah, he out here wilding. They doing lines. Don't let that shit come back to me. Cause I ain't trying to be in no drama, all that shit.
I respect it because of who they made Billy Walsh out to be the first whatever seasons that we seen him in. We seen him go through this. I respect it. Like if Billy Walsh had just been a random nigga and be like, "Oh yeah, Vince was doing coke and like just on some snitch shit," I wouldn't have respected it. But Billy Walsh didn't. He didn't battle demons. We've seen that as far as his character on the show. So I did respect it a lot more with him being like, "I don't want to see Vince go through that." I also don't want to be the nigga to be like, "Oh, I told on Vince, but I want to let you know about your homeboy so you can help him," because I done been there and it ain't fun. So that's the only reason that I respect it, because they did build that. They built that up with us as fans watching the show. Like, okay, he's somebody that could say something. Maybe it couldn't be drama. Maybe it couldn't be Turtle. maybe E didn't notice, but a nigga like Billy Walsh would notice because he been there. So I
Yeah.
did respect that.
Absolutely, man. And then, of course, we have the Randall not walks off the set, but he quits the film because Dana said, "All right, man, we're gonna go to bat for our star. Vince ain't got to do no drug tests." And Randall left. They get Pete Berg. They're having that lunch, and
That's another episode though.
was that another episode? That's not this one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's another episode.
Okay, my bad. Well, the end of this one is where Vince gets testy with E.
Yeah.
Lets him know, like, nah, you're gonna get Sasha a part in this film, or we do have some issues. Nigga, get it done. Why you coked up like, nah, bro?
If I didn't know you were wilding before this, now I know. You trying to get me to get your porn star chick in a major movie, bro? Like, come on, man.
And
I may need to start looking for other clients now.
And this
like,
is
how far off we are.
This is the fine line of manager, best friend. You asking me to get her in this film, which is cool. That's within your rights. But you trying to little man me on some, yeah, man, nigga, get this shit done. And I want you to apologize to her. Nigga said, Sasha didn't hear none of that. I heard it. Nigga, apologize to my girl. My nigga, what's up?
Yeah.
What you trying to do?
We might have to shoot a little fake.
Yeah, let's move some furniture around here, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and
get this out.
This seems like it's overdue.
How you feel after this? Yeah, let's see how you feel after this.
So I would have never said they needed to if they would have ended this at season 6. But the fact that they didn't end this at season 6, they definitely should have had at least one scene where they shot the fade.
Had to.
Yeah.
Because it's too much negative energy between two men it has to be rectified in one way or the other. And not like I always say, you know what I'm saying, you either walk it off or walk away. You know what I'm saying? Those are other, because any other option that you want to take, nigga, we fighting.
We fighting.
So nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're not walking it off or you not walking away, my nigga, we gotta square up.
And it was the perfect scenario. Turtle ain't here, drama ain't here. Like, nigga, it's just me and you.
Right.
Like, nigga, what is you trying to do? Because you talking to me like you crazy.
Yeah. so you know what I'm saying?
You talking to me like you don't know who I am, and I've been knowing you since we was 5 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
So you need this work, and he did, and the fact that that's one of the other reasons why this season I feel like they kind of dropped the ball. But that's one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, when you went them down this path, nigga, it shouldn't have been Eminem fighting E. It shouldn't have been Eminem fighting Vince. It should have been Vince fighting E. Real talk. They should have worked that shit out.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. All right. We at the number 1 episode. So that was all our number 2s. Sounds like we might go trips on number 1. There's one episode in particular that nobody has brought up. Yeah, I ain't heard
this yet, and it can't be not mentioned. Yeah, so
it can't be not mentioned. So Spike, go ahead and mention it, and then Chaz and myself we'll see if it's our same number 1. I think it is.
Maybe I'm wrong, but for me, it was porn scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
That's the number 1 episode.
All right, so
that's number 1 episode
on the same page. Amazing episode, man. From where we see Ari crash out, because we never see Ari crash. Ari is always like on top of his game. Very rare. We have seen it before, but not like this. Just him not knowing what cards to play. Like him being totally on the wrong page of what's going on. It's very rare that we see Ari like that. That was one of the biggest things for me. The whole thing with Vince and the homegirl making up. Mark Cuban wanting to do the thing with the Mexican boss and telling him, like, look, bro, I'm gonna do this regardless. Like, I don't give a fuck about your homeboy Carlos and how he feels about shit that's going on in the world, nigga. It don't matter.
I don't give a fuck about
that was Carlos' fault. That was Carlos' fault.
And I won. Carlos is one of my least favorite characters ever on this series because he was bitching about literally nothing, bro. Like, you ain't talking about nothing. You came to me to give you business. I got you business. And now, since you popping, you're like, oh, I can't do this. I can't scale. Okay, here go the money to scale. Nigga, like, he just kept coming up with excuses and being super negative for no fucking reason. So, don't fuck with Carlos, but this episode was my favorite.
One of the craziest, I've never heard anybody complain about the line that Mark Cuban said. Mark Cuban said, I'm going to make Carlo a rich man, whether he likes it or not. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mark.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's what it comes down to, nigga. I'll make another tequila company. You feel me? Like, what are we talking about? Like, yeah, come on, man, stop it. In regards to, so in real time, if you're watching this when this is coming out, it's August. It'll be August 29th, 2024. If you've been heavy in social media, what's been trending lately has been the best crash out moments. It's been a just great compilation of all-time classic real life crash out moments. I know this is a show, but Ari in the restaurant is one of the craziest crash out moments I've ever seen. Like you said, Spike, that's how you know he off his game. Because there's no way this would have happened in season 2, season 3, Ari. Like he's
No way.
avoiding Amanda Daniels.
Only season 7, Ari. Only this season this could happen to him.
And to feel that dumb. Now, I really have a question for y'all. And y'all kind of alluded to it, but we have to have this conversation. Does Mrs. Ari get a pass in the moment after you just spazzed out in Wolfgang Puck to let Ari leave by himself and them leave separate? Was she supposed to suck it up and go ahead? We leaving together.
No.
I love to hear some of the brilliant women that follow this podcast, Rich, that you know personally. I'd love to hear their opinion, but me as a man, you can't leave me out there like that. You got to leave with me.
Absolutely not. You better get up off your ass right
bitch,
now.
You better bring your ass home. Ain't no, I'm still saying here, like, come on, bro. I'm not some poo put. Like, it's cool if you the breadwinner. Well, she do got money already, but it's cool if I'm not Ari Gold. I'm some random ass nigga, and this is some random ass conversation. But I am who I am. Everybody in this restaurant probably knows me. I just had this thing like, nah, you got to stand with me. That's what marriage is all about, in my opinion. I'm not married. I don't know. But I'm thinking that's what marriage is all about. Like, you gotta come out and you gotta walk with me as I leave out of this restaurant. Even if I was just made an ass out of myself.
We can argue later.
Yeah. You can tell me I was dead wrong when we get in the car.
Right. You put on the united front when we're in front of people. But we can argue later.
And 444 and 444 when Ho said I told you don't embarrass me instead of be mine. This is what he meant. Like, don't embarrass me. Like, I know you ain't about to have me looking crazy. Listen, I get it. I want to make sure I'm fair, and I understand. It's got to be taxing. It's got to be taxing if you Mrs. Ari and you married to Ari and he has these moments. However,
what you signed up for.
This is low key light compared to some of the things that I done seen Ari do. Like, it's just more so that you with him and it's an embarrassment and you blindsided by it. And that's what it is, right? It's the blindsided. It's the fact that Ari is off his game. And if he would have just stopped for 1 second and let Amanda get her shit off, like, just listen for a second, bro. And then
if he just would have shut the fuck up, if he would have literally just shut up, because I know what
that nigga went. Hey, that nigga crashed out on Amanda
all the way,
all the way there.
Like, there were phone calls. There were a lot of things that he could have did in his day-to-day to understand where she was coming from versus crashing out on her in the restaurant. That was crazy. That's not the Ari that we know from the first 6 seasons.
My bad. I get listen, man. You can't be there with your wife and say the line, I've never hit a woman, but in my head right now, I'm pummeling your face.
Do
like,
that,
come
bro.
on,
Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, bro. Come on, bro. What you on?
Yeah, that was like, that was over the line.
Yeah, man. And you had the chance to get the NFL back and you just blew that. Like, yeah, that's fucked up. I definitely wanted to ask y'all what y'all thought about Mrs. Ari. I do. I shout out to my brother Mo, man. Our brother Mo. He's married. I would love to hear his opinion on this.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Even if you acting a complete donkey, you acting an ass in front of everybody, or you expecting your wife to get up with you and ride out. Look,
as men, we gonna do that though. Like you do, like we've done it all the time. Like, you know, your chick wilding, and you're like, okay, well, I mean, it's my chick. Like, I'm gonna ride with it. I'm not gonna ride with the waiter of some random ass like restaurant and be like, oh no, she is right. Like, no, I gotta ride with my girl.
Listen, I'm glad you said that, Spike, because if we at the restaurant, we out somewhere, and my girl
Bruh.
got bad service and she ends up snapping and going off. At the end of the day,
And you
I
say,
can't just be.
and you
I
say
can't
I'm
just
still
say
staying here.
I'm still
Nah,
staying. You embarrass me.
that
Like,
ain't
nah, man, we
happening.
leave it together. Like,
No.
That's
oh,
not
trust me,
happening.
that you gonna be mad as hell in that car because I'm about to tell you about yourself. There ain't no way I'm just gonna be like,
Absolutely.
oh, nah, you gonna get out of here. And I'm hanging with people talking about some, yeah, I'm apologizing on his behalf. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Like, nah, man, fuck out of here. Fuck everybody in this restaurant.
Facts.
I'm not apologizing for shit. I apologize to my woman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm acting a donkey like that when we in the car, but in the heat of the moment and shit, or and vice versa, if she wilding out about some shit, I'm simply going. You know what I'm saying? I might tap her on the knee. I say, hey, baby, calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when we get out to that, I say, hey, what in the fuck were you thinking? And I might even it might even be funny to me, but you know what I'm saying.
Hey.
But listen, but in front of everybody, no, fuck it. She upset, I'm upset. We you know what I'm saying, we'll burn this bitch down together. I don't give a fuck.
It's like
But
Chad said,
when we leave,
I'm gonna try that one. My bad.
no, I said, but when we leave, yeah, no, you gotta hear that shit.
It's like Chad said, I'm gonna try that one time to be like, baby, cool out.
Yeah.
And if she don't heed to that, then I'm riding with her. Like that's who I came with. That's my part. I'm doing that. But then, like you said, when we get out of here, okay, now I gotta let you know about yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be the classic, like, hand around the waist, like pushing her out. Like, come on, baby. You can be
like,
cussing everybody out, but you cuss them out on the way out. Like, we ain't about to do this. I ain't even about to let you crash out like
I don't
this.
want to have to shoot no nigga in here. Like all this
Right.
shit. Yeah, like all of that.
No, seriously, Spike. I'm glad you just said that part too, because that's something we have to consider. Like, yo, you saying something like, now it's my problem. Like, now it's not a problem. Like, not, I won't say every nigga, but I know niggas. Everybody knows a nigga who's, you know, that girl might have a little mouth on them. And next thing you know, like, this nigga over here say, you got, oh man, now I got beef with this random nigga over here. I just came to watch the game and have a couple drinks with you. That's why I don't like coming out with your ass. Like, come on, man, what we doing? Yeah, putting them in a bad situation. So yeah, that is yeah, it's fucked up, but don't leave me here. Don't make me walk out of here. Yeah, I felt Ari when he was talking.
Don't make me sit here by myself, bro. That's crazy. As my wife, I got kids with you. We share a home. Like what? What are we talking about?
Yeah, and I would love to hear the woman's perspective on this. We're not saying that Ari didn't crash out. We're not saying that, but there's just some kind of duty. If my wife, we ain't talking about like, you know, we ain't talking about no Vince Sasha shit. This is my wife.
I've dedicated my life to you.
Yeah, man.
You
like,
can't walk out the restaurant. You can't walk out the restaurant with me.
Spike,
I stand before God and my family for you.
Spike, Spike, both of y'all. I walked across the street and smacked fire out of a nigga for playing with your name.
For playing with you.
Right.
And you don't even, and didn't even bring that up. You don't even know about that.
That's because I arrived because you my wife. You the mother of my children. Like, I don't play about you. I need you to not play about me, even if I fucked up.
Facts. That's a good point.
That's a good point. Man. I walked across the streets and committed
What's
assault.
Across the street? What's it across the street?
It don't matter. It don't matter. That nigga, hey, he didn't drive. That nigga, we had a shot of this nigga Lloyd chasing him in the street. That nigga busting in the office like, nah, man, where the fuck is Adam Davis? Yeah. Like, where is he right now? The pure definition of pull up, like on site, pull up, nigga. Send your location.
I'm gonna tell you about playing with
the office. Stop fucking playing with me, bro.
I slapped you in front of you, in front of
everybody you know.
In the bitch, in that office.
Everybody you know,
nigga. In this bitch. They
and you bet not press charges.
Yeah.
You bet not press charges, nigga. I bet not hear no police interaction after this, nigga. You deserve this. You know it.
There's a scene in The Wire where Bubbles is getting fucking every time he get beat up by this bully, this like melt head bully. And there's one moment.
Hey, my man would have that pressure on Bubbles.
Hey, bro. that nigga. So there was one scene in particular. That nigga beat up Bubbles, took his shit, and told Bubbles it's gonna be like this every time we meet.
Make me work that hard.
Yeah, nigga. This
nigga told about the other one where he said you better not never make me work that hard.
The one in particular was, nigga, this how it's gonna be every time we meet, nigga. That's how I would have been if I was Ari. Every time we meet, man, I'm smacking fire out of you, nigga. Yeah, he did tell him, no, hey, that nigga Bubbles had to get a hot shot. Nigga said, I'm about to kill this nigga. Hey, that nigga had Bubbles shook.
I can't wait till we talk about The Wire because that's one of the craziest storylines. That nigga right there robbing boy.
Every time, just because he could. Every time you're around, I'm robbing you, bro. But all right, y'all.
Oh shit.
We got we got porn scenes from an Italian restaurant going trips. That is moving on to the finale. Next season, we are in the final season of Entourage, season 8. There's only 8 episodes, kind of like a bookend. Season 1 had 8 episodes. Season 8 is going to have 8 episodes. Similar to season 1, instead of our top 5, we're going to give our top 4. And obviously the finale of the winner of season 8 for us will be moving to the finale. And then we'll have a rundown as we get ready for the finale episode and crown the best episode ever of Entourage. With that being said, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for continuing this journey with us. Spike Lou, El Boogie Tao, I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. It's been a lot of fun as always. Looking forward to chopping it up with y'all next week. Until then, y'all be cool. How y'all be cool.
Peace.
Peace.
We out.